Hi, Caspar here from Bowes Wine on the 28th of August 2015. Tasting something really pretty special now. Goodness me, I mean, we sold this wine a while ago, bought some for myself because I loved it in the cellar, and you know, it's fantastic to open a bottle of wine that one has sold and find something really this special under the cork. This is a 2011 Alfiera Barbera d'Asti from an estate called Alfieri, an ancient, venerable estate outside Asti. And I visited the estate some time ago, shortly before we offered this wine. Tasted probably 3 or 4 vintages of this wine, and you know, 10 was good. It was very good actually. 10 was really superb, but I thought this 11 even better, and this is one we went on to offer. If I had a mild concern, it was the new oak in the wine. They aged this in a proportion of new oak barrels, and I wasn't wholly sure that Barbera could cope with yeah, just a smidgen of doubt that Barbera could cope with this level of new oak. But my goodness me, I mean, that's the wine in the glass. It's very deep. I mean, it's not looking obscenely abstracted, but it's a very deep sort of ruby with still the odd purple light. I mean, it's still a very young wine, even at, what are we, 3.5 years of age. So let's give it a go. And that nose is so utterly fantastic. I mean, it does a number of things. What it does is almost shock you with the density and the richness of the aromas, but you know, there's nothing tired, overripe. You know, this is not a wine that gains its density and intensity from overripeness or over extraction. This is just old vines planted in good sites, and my goodness me. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay, so this is Barbera. I mean, you can stick your nose in and immediately go Barbera. It screams varietal character. And what is that? Well, straight away there's this lovely freshness. What hits you first is the density and the richness of aromas, but this is not down there heavy. This is up there. You know, it's the size of a Zeppelin, but it's full of lighter than air gas. It's fresh. It's dark fruit, but it's sort of dew fresh when you go out on a summer's morning, and there's a cool note in the air, and the fruit is ripe in the hedgerow, but it has a little bit of dew on it, and you put it in your mouth, you bite it, and there's that snap of as the skin breaks, and inside is that the sweetness of that juice. That's sort of the nose I'm talking about. Blueberry, a little bit of spice, a little hint of toast from the new oak, but it's so much in the background. The fruit is so much to the fore that no one in their million years would call this over oaked. I mean, this is dark, fresh bramble juice, plum, beautiful purity. I mean, it's just such a lovely nose. My goodness me. Here we go, let's taste. Wow, you know, I was bowled over when I tasted these wines in the cellar at Alfieri, and you know, I'm bowled over now. I mean, that is just quite amazing. It's a wine of size and dimension, but not power. It's a wine of concentration. It's a wine of great freshness. You know that when you take a sip, you want to have another sip. I mean, it urges you to go on, explore further. And then this sort of minerality comes in. The tannins gosh, there's an extraordinary, upright, spicy, piquant character and grip, and the tannins have this sort of almost chalky texture to them, but are pretty much integrated, and at the end the structure comes through, and one is left with this sort of crystalline, slightly tacky minerality that goes on and on and on, and very fascinating taste like this with a bit of food. And I think it needs a bit of food, but there's so much going on here. My goodness me! I mean, this is, you know, if someone suddenly said, you know, what makes you excited about wine, you could put a bottle of that in front of them and talk them through it, and they'd get it too. I mean, this is it's dark but light. It's you know, dense but fresh. It's easy but it's serious. It's purely varietal. I mean, this is. I mean, it's. If you know Barbera, it couldn't really be anything else. That sort of blue fruit character and the high notes, the sort of the freshness it brings on nose and palate. Brilliant. You know, I've got more of this, and it is still a very young wine. Goodness me, the finish is like a sort of crystalline shard. It just goes and goes and goes. I love it. Anyway, there we are. I'm going to keep the rest. See what happens to them in cellar. If you bought it, fantastic. Lucky you. Really great wine. Lovely.